Peace, y'all. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on my first ever Hekau video. This video is going to just be self-entitled because it's just an introduction of me, my work, what I do. Um, I'm excited to, start um, my series of videos. Hopefully, it will help someone, uplift someone. We're going to talk, we're going to build. Eventually, we're going to have some live streams so that excuse me, we can have some one-on-one direct interaction. All right. So I want to thank once again Miss Adela Turner for that wonderful, wonderful song that she offered to use as my introduction or my intro, which is called Love from the Soul. You can hear more of her song and her music on SoundCloud. I'll be sure to um, list the website on the description. All right. So again, thank you for joining me. I'm Sharia of Hekau, Words of Power. Right. Um, it's amazing how I happened on the name of my work. Um, I was actually studying or under the tutelage of my brother and mentor, Mr. Terrain Hicks, and he began um, to impart some wisdom upon me, and he said that word. He said "Hekau," and my energy just, whew, it really, and it's like he said other words, and I was very attentive, listening very closely, to everything he said. But when he said "Hekau," it's like my soul just said, "That's that word." It meant something. It felt like something. So I decided to take that, and I asked him. I said, "Yo, what is Hekau?" Because every time I hear that word, my kundalini, my chi, it just jumps to the moon. And he said, "Oh, that means like words of power." And I said, that's why. Because in a sense, I'm a wordsmith and a spiritualist all at the same time. I was a wordsmith before I became really into the spiritual walk of life. I used to write poetry heavily. I used to do motivational speaking heavily. Um, and so this is something that, words, it's something that was not new to me. It was a way that I express myself. It's a way that I enjoy expressing myself. Excuse me, y'all. Allergies, and this is like an asthmatic cough. But at any rate, um, so yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, that word not only resonates with me and my personality, but it resonates with my spirit. So I adopted it, and um, here we are. Okay, Hekau, words of power. Let's talk about that for a minute. Okay, so words. We always heard of this saying. Sticks and stone may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. And of course, that is true when you're talking of the external. Okay, when you're talking of someone who is trying to belittle you, put you down, um, make you feel less than. Uh, Whenever the words are coming from an outside source, uh, we have to give them power. Okay, we have to allow them to have that power over us, right? For it to even matter. It's just words. Now, someone, physically touch you, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? We might have to, do what we gotta do to handle the situation. However, words only have power if you let them. It's just plain and simple. And that is true. That is one aspect of using words to um, or an example of the power of words rather when they're coming from someone else. But what about the power of words when they come from us, from within, right? It has a whole nother level, a whole nother um it's just a whole nother thing in entirety. You know, a lot of us that don't even know that a lot of the things that we are experiencing in our lives are because of what we're speaking to ourselves, whether it be through our day to day actions or whether it be through our, or just, our thought processes, our internal thought processes through the day. For example, this is a bandwagon I never got on, but why and who ever started the phrase, fuck my life? I I don't know whoever did that, but that is just the craziest thing. And I never was on board for that phrase, that term, because to me, I said I would be ridiculously crazy if I ever tried to speak that negativity, speak that evil on my life. No matter how bad my day is going, just fuck your life. I mean, really? Like, I'm grateful for life. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to live it to the fullest while I'm here. And so I would never speak that. But then people might wonder, well, they may say that all the time, but they wonder why things aren't going their way, why their day is just bad. You know, um, you make me sick. Some people say to another if they got on their nerves or get all upset, you make me sick. Well, keep saying it, and they will. They'll make you sick emotionally. They may even make you sick mentally. And that stuff even begins, emotional and um, spiritual sickness manifests in physical sickness. So, and to some, they may seem minute, you know what I mean? But it's very serious and it's very real. Even those who subscribe to Christianity and the Bible, um, I don't personally, but I no longer. But for those that choose to subscribe, much love to you in your path. But I say this because um, I can relate because I once was very heavily in church. And when the when it says, we're gods and goddesses, a lot of people ooh, what? You trying to say you God? No. What you're trying to say is what we're saying is, you know, we were created in the image of the Most High. Okay, and with that, if we're creating the image, then we also have the Most High's ability. Of course, not to the same degree per se, but we have that ability. So the Bible also says, God said, "Let there be light," and then there was light. So if God created light, it created life with words. What can we create as God's image in words? Think upon it. Think on it for a minute, right? Think about it. Deep, right? I'm gonna say it again. If God created the world with words, imagine what we can create. So the thing is, you put the words, bam, you put the power. And the power, we'll talk about that another time. But you put your words. And it's not just any words. It's the right word. Whether it's a ancient mantra that you're speaking or whether it's just plain old English, speaking positive things. You know, good morning. It's a beautiful day. Um, I am, you know, I am wealthy. I am rich. I am successful. I am love. I am love, not fuck my life. But when you combine those positive words with power, it has no choice but to manifest. We'll talk about the power portion, but this is what Hekau is. It's using words to create, to manifest. And so, if you will go to my Facebook page, it's entitled Hekau Words of Power, where I share not only inspirational posts, but I also share some of my enlightenment that I receive, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through um, my day-to-day conversations, just words of wisdom that come to me, okay, from the divine. I share that, and I hope that it'll be a guiding light to all who hear, and I hope that they touch each and every soul that they encounter. I also am a reader. I do tarot and intuitive readings. Um, so, and that's one thing that I plan on doing with each video is to um, do cards, like a card for the day, or a card for the week. Um, just to, again, show you how I do what I do and to, again, provide just some guidance, some enlightenment on your day and on your lives. Excuse me. I read from two main decks. They resonate with me. I don't just read just any deck. A deck that I pick, it has to resonate with me and my spirit. And of the few that I've bought, purchased, and studied, there's two main decks. So it's a Badoon deck and a Kemetic deck. Okay, as you can see, and again, Hekau is a Kemetic term. I dig all spirituality, all spiritual practices. Most of them derive from the same place anyway, just different names and different practices, but usually they involve similar energies, right? But I tend to um, subscribe most, or my soul resonates most with the Kemetic science. So that's what you see a lot of the paintings behind me. Most of them are Kemetic. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So I will go ahead and pull um, a card. Now, usually, I know a lot of people in YouTube land, when I give my readings, I prefer personal readings. I'll be honest. I don't really prefer group readings because I just like to get personal. I like to get one on one. However, I know in YouTube land, this is how we do it, right? We do usually signs, right? So what I will do today is I will pull a card for each sign within an astrological group. I'm going to start with the fire sign because I'm a Sag, so I love that fire. So yeah, I'm a little biased. We're going to do a pull for Sagittarius today. Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to give me a moment. So, give me a moment. So, I'm gonna go. I'm led to read from the Vodun deck today. Okay. I don't know why I just did that. Okay, so I'm getting y'all ready now. I'm random. Okay, like I will bust out in a song. If it reminds me of something, like I'm like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, instead of saying, "Are you ready?" I might bust out with, "Steady, are you ready?" Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just I'm random, and I love music. Okay, because you know I'm the child of Oshun. Uh, if you want to do Ifa, you want to do comedic, I am Hitaru. Hitaru, so dance and music, arts, it's in my blood. So don't be surprised if I just up and do some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm random. Okay. So I'm gonna pull from the deck. We're gonna do Aries, Leo, Sag. All right. And then we're gonna get some insight. All right, so excuse me. We're gonna get started. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy these readings, these lessons. Um, I mean, I hope that you take away, and after I do the reading, um, um, I'm gonna recap. What I want the takeaway, what I hope the takeaway is through um through every particular video. Okay, we're gonna recap. All right. So first, let's go. All right. So first, you're gonna have to get a card for Aries. I'm actually gonna, what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn on some music because I do my um I do my readings a little bit. I don't just pick. I go with what I'm led to pick. All right, and it's a way I do it. So so you don't have to sit here and listen to me while I pick. I'm gonna turn on some music. Okay, so it's not silence. All right, we're ready. Okay. So, all right, we're gonna start. We'll jump right into it. Okay. So, Aries, Aries, this is your card. Okay. La Baline. All right. This card is reflective of hmm, you're going through a time where you feel overwhelmed. Um, and it's some type of stress, struggle, whether it be in your job, in your home. Um, this card is saying, ah, you know, breathe, woosah, return to the mother, okay, the nurturer. All right. Know that everything you need is around you. All right. Anything you're brought to, believe this or not, it's not just saying anything you're going through because you really, truly have all that you need to get through it. Okay? You're a bit overzealous, planning over there before you came here. And now you're in it, and you're like, what the heck am I going to do? It's okay. I need you to breathe, meditate, get back to zero, to one, to amen. Okay? that peace. Know that you are a divine individual who cannot be or should not be swayed by external forces. Return to the mother, okay? Know that everything is going to be all right. Know that everything you need, you have. Just gotta get still and tap into it, okay? That's your card, Aries. For Leo, your card is Madame la Lune. Madame la Lune, okay? Um, this is a card of cycles, but specifically the beginning of a new cycle, new beginnings. Very good card. This points to the beginning of something great, something good. Um, so this is a good thing, whether it be a new relationship, the resurgence of a current relationship, um, a new job, um, could even mean a new baby. All right, new beginnings. This is a good card. Be encouraged, Leo, because you're on the beginning of a bright path. And Sag, my son. We so dumb. We dumb. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a little plug. Plug. Okay, this is, excuse me, the card is Azaka. All right. This card is a card depicting triumph, victory. It's coming. Okay. Um, Sagittarius, you've been going through some things, man. You've been going through some things these past couple months. Okay. Um, and I know it's been times when you thought you didn't see any light coming through at the end of the tunnel. But I'm here to tell you, it's coming. It's coming. This is a card of perseverance. Okay, through insurmountable odds, you just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Trust me, you hang in there, keep working. It's gonna be worth it. This is what this card means. Perseverance. All right. So that's your reader for the day, fire sign. If any of these cards resonate with you, please let me know. Whether you inbox me on Facebook, friend me, follow my page. It's Hekau, Hekau, just like it is on this channel. Words of Power. You can also like that page, subscribe to this one, share this video. But if the readings resonate with you, I love to hear. Even if you go by my Hekau page, you'll see testimonials of individual readings I've done with people. And I'm ever so grateful for their reviews. But yes, please, I love to hear when when my words or my readings touch and help someone. Okay. So yes, with that, I just want to reiterate that Hekau is specifically about words and recognizing how our words have power. So until we meet again, I want your homework to be to focus on what not only you think, but what you are saying. Are you speaking life or are you speaking death, conflict, stress in you. And no, this doesn't mean that you should ignore any friction that may arise in your life, okay? Because some people, they I say, oh, positive people are fake. Positive people are this. No, like you are supposed to experience it, okay? That's why you're going through it, to experience it. You are supposed to feel it. So it's not a denial of what you're going through. It's a refusal to allow the things you're going through to affect you. That's the difference. That's the key. That's the lesson. When you get to the point, that is the goal of all of us, to where we reach that zero state, that state of omnipresent, infinite peace, to the point where nothing, whether it's from without or even from within, when it doesn't bother us, when it does not affect us, our spirits, our soul, our energy, that's when you are a star. You're God on earth, right? Same thing, Christ, same thing. But Asar is the originator and Haru, okay? Christ is like a combination of Asar and Haru. God on earth and the Son of Man all together in one. But another time, another discussion. But that is our goal. Our goal is to ascend spiritually, evolve, so that we ain't got to do this again if we don't want to. That's another story, okay? Now this ain't, I know this is some new stuff. If you subscribe to a certain religious, path, some of these things may sound foreign to you, but it's the truth. So yes, our goal is to ascend so that we have a choice. I mean, because we can come back here, but at least there'll be a choice and not be quiet. Because as long as you don't get it, whatever the it is for you, your lessons, as long as you don't get it, you will come back and you will keep coming back to this school that we call life. Some may even call it hell. But again, another story, another time. So, thank you again for joining me. I appreciate you. My mirror, my light just fell down, but it's all good. So, I thank you again for joining me. Join me again, and please inbox me on Hekau Words of Power on Facebook. If you are friends with me on Facebook, inbox me any topics you may want to talk about. I am open. So, you know, whether it's me getting a divination, sharing takeaways from a conversation, because I'll never divulge the conversations, but the takeaways and anything that you may want to hear me talk about, I'm here. I thank you again. Peace and blessings. Take care.